Hey, everybody, welcome to today's show. Welcome to Advocate Information Highway. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke, and we have a very interesting topic for today's show, in which it is the debt ceiling issue. Now, let's get right into this. Very soon, like in June or July, the time is up to deal with the debt ceiling issue, and um, neither major political party, the Democrats nor the Republicans, can afford for the U.S. to uh, fault uh, on their debts, and um, it would be in the best interest of both major political parties if everybody comes to the table with cooler heads prevailing and negotiate and compromise and um, uh, come to a resolution, and then that way both sides get some things of what they each want, and everybody wins then. Everybody wins then, and you know, um, people say that if the U.S. faults on their debt, and it's only the president's fault, and so on. That is not the truth. That is not the truth. It is the fault of the White House, the United States Senate, and the United States House of Representatives. All of them are at fault then. Okay? That's the truth. That is the way to say it, because that is the truth. Now, it's in all their best interests, it's in everybody's best interest if cooler heads prevail, they all come to the table, uh, they put all their differences aside, and they act like adults and professionals, okay, instead of acting like little babies, and um, come to an agreement to avoid, you know, uh, the U.S. faulting on their debts and the economy getting ton worse. And, so this way, if they come to the table with cooler heads prevailing, acting professional, and compromising and stuff, and negotiating, and coming to an agreement, then everybody wins. Everybody wins then. Okay? Now, there's just a very short period of time. There's a very short window period here to dealing with this issue. Okay? And I think it's only until like June or July uh, to deal with this issue. And, you know, and then that's it. So, um, cooler heads have to prevail. Both sides need to just compromise and come to an agreement, and so that everybody wins then. And then no pointing the fingers at each other and all this other nonsense and stuff. Just come to an agreement, and then that's it. Okay? And everybody wins then. Everybody wins. No pointing the finger at each other or all this other tit for tat stuff and all this baby nonsense. Just act professional, act like adults, come to an agreement, and then everybody wins. Okay? Now, just to get a little bit deeper into this topic, okay, either was today that the United States House of Representatives uh, created their debt ceiling plan, in which it would cap future government spending. But let's just hear this out. Actually, it was on Wednesday. I apologize. It was on Wednesday, which actually was yesterday. Unveiled the Speaker, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy yesterday, unveiled the party's highly anticipated debt ceiling proposal, in which he stipulated that the Republican-controlled United States House of Representatives uh, agreed to lift the limit by 1.5 trillion, or until March 31st of 2024, which is next year, whichever comes first, but only if the Democrats agree to a host of other measures. Now, within that list of measures, I'm sure that the Democrats would agree to some of them, but then again, there are some of those measures that the Democrats will disagree with. Okay? Now, this is where they just have to have cooler heads and have discussions and compromise, like I said, right? And come to an agreement to where both sides can get some of what they want, and um, and that way everybody wins. Now, United States House of Representatives Speaker Kevin McCarthy is right in regards to the facts that President Biden has done nothing in regards to the border crisis, which is the asylum seeker crisis, and also with regards to too much government spending foolishly, and also with regards to the fact that too many people are just being lazy and only want to collect government money without working. Though we all know that Republican states and cities do not let people get away with doing this, and they are severely strict with their rules and regulations for government benefits. Now, many Democratic states are getting severe with their rules and regulations regarding government benefits as well, in which in many Democratic states, you have to have legal documentation from a legally licensed medical provider proving that you are unable to work, etc. Otherwise, you have to attend their work educational training programs, which, by the way, is the actual right way of doing things. And yes, this should have been done a long time ago, but at least they are doing it now. With regards to the border asylum seeker crises is concerned, number one, keep Title 42 in place, because come May 11th, that ends, okay? Or come up with something just as strict to keep permanently in place and stop all incoming immigrants from coming into the U.S. via crossing over the border just temporarily until the crises are under better control. Though President Biden's planned program of flying immigrants into the United States is a great idea, and it's cheaper and more productive as well, but that needs to be put on a temporary hold until the crises are under better control, and do a tremendous amount more deportations, and make our borders 500 trillion times more stronger all around the United States, and help our Border Patrol agents who have an extremely difficult job. That's number one. Number two, with all the government money that is left over from COVID, send that money to the cities and states that are suffering from the border immigration asylum seekers crises. Okay. Plus, it is strange that in the GOP, which is the Republican states and cities that are strict with their government benefit programs, okay, they are not strict on people buying guns, which brings me to my other point, that it is weird that many of the people that live in the GOP Republican states and cities that are on government benefits have plenty of money to go and buy tons of guns. Now, that's one side of the coin. Now, on the flip side of the coin, President Biden is also right in regards to the fact that Republicans want all of these government benefit programs to be cut, okay, for low income individuals. But they, the Republicans, stipulate nothing about cuts to filthy rich people. They want all the government programs to be cut for low-income people. That's what the Republicans want. But yet they stipulate nothing for cuts to the filthy rich people. Now, let me continue. Plus, President Biden, is also right in regards to the facts that the GOP, the Republicans, do nothing in regards to creating proper gun control reform, which is to include background checks. And they, the Republicans, attack a woman's right to choose what's right for her own body. They, the Republicans, attack LGBT people, more specifically trans people. They, the Republicans, get rid of proper African American history being taught in schools, but yet they, the Republicans, want the Bible to be taught in all public schools. All right? So, and that's all of that in a nutshell. And it's all out in the open. It's all laid out on the table. Because like I said in many prior episodes, ladies and gentlemen, to resolve any issues, all the cards have to be laid out on the table. All of them. Even the ones that people want to go la 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 la, they want to stick their fingers in the air and go la la la. I don't want to pay attention to that. I don't hear that. No, none of that nonsense. No more acting like little babies. All the cards laid out on the table. Okay? And then this way, proper negotiations and proper open communication and proper compromises can be done. Okay? And like I said before, in order to deal with this debt ceiling crisis, both major parties have to come in with cooler heads prevailing, putting their differences aside, okay, act like adults, and then come to a proper conclusion, to get, so both major parties can get something of what they want. Proper compromises. That's the word that I was looking for. Proper compromises. And then that way both sides can get what they want. And then this issue can be dealt with. And then everybody wins. Everybody wins. Okay? So that's what needs to be done, ladies and gentlemen. And so Before I go, I want to remind all my fans out there about the business that my husband and I have together called AWLDNY. The link to there is awldny.com. You guys could check out all the items on there. And I also wanted to remind all my fans out there about my other business, my other website that I have called Advocate Information Highway. And the link to there is AIHNY.com. Again, that is AIHNY.com. And you guys could check out all the pages on there. And so with that, take care, everybody. Bye.